President Bush, Governor Rick Perry, astronaut Buzz Aldrin, Sinbad, Johnny Cash, and even the great Chuck Norris all share something in common. They all served in the United States Air Force. Today, I'm here to tell you 3 great benefits that the Air Force has to offer, and a lot of y'all are coming close to graduating high school, so this could be a great opportunity for some. And if you're interested, definitely get with me after the speech, and I'll point you in the right direction, alright? So, the 3 things we want to talk about today are 1, how the Air Force can pay for your college. Number 2, learning a marketable skill set in the Air Force. And 3, how you can travel the world. So, to start off, paying for college. I know a lot of you are like, how is the Air Force going to pay for all my college? This is usually, a big one that military recruiters like to talk about, like how we pay for your college. How does it work? Okay, well, in the Air Force, we have a few different programs, and honestly, this is something that I can talk to you about for the next 3 hours, and it's not going to cover everything. So I'll give you a brief overview of some of the main benefits that we have. And the main ones, we have the GI Bills, the Montgomery GI Bill, the Post 9/11 GI Bill. We also have tuition assistance program, community college of the Air Force, and a few different commissioning programs. Now, the GI Bills, according to the U.S. Department of Veteran Affairs, are approximately $61,000 right now, and that is just for you to go to college. So basically, full ride scholarship in either the Montgomery GI Bill or Post 9/11 GI Bill. So definitely a benefit, that not a whole lot of people get to utilize there. Next, tuition assistance program. Basically, you can work and go to school at the same time, and that's primarily what it's used for. And how it works is you got your full-time job in the Air Force, and then your off-duty time or your part-time, you can go to college at the same time by using your tuition assistance program. This is worth $4,500 per fiscal year for tuition. And then on top of that, if you exceed that, then you can actually use your Montgomery GI Bill. That was worth $61,000 as a top-up benefit, and you can continue as much education as you possibly can. So that's a great benefit as well. Next, the Community College of the Air Force. This is a huge one. Basically, you're automatically enrolled in this just by joining the Air Force. It's got the same accreditation as most of the junior colleges out there, like Glenn right here in College Station. And the main thing with this is you learn your job in the Air Force going through your technical training, but you're also getting college credits working you towards an Associates of Applied Science in that career field. So it's definitely a cool benefit and something to take away from the Air Force as well. And finally, our commissioning programs. This is huge. A lot of you guys, especially here in College Station, want to go to Texas A&M. They've been born and raised right around the stadium. So this is actually a unique opportunity for you to go to school at Texas A&M on a full ride scholarship provided by the United States Air Force. Basically, what you do is join the Air Force, apply for one of these commissioning programs. The Air Force can take you out of your job and pay you a full ride scholarship just to go to Texas A&M. After you graduate, you got a job waiting for you. You're a commissioned officer in the United States Air Force. So a pretty big deal. And to move on to the next awesome benefit, my number 2, is learning a job in the Air Force. I talked about this a little bit on the Community College of the Air Force, and how our technical training is actually college credit. That's a huge deal. And a lot of people kind of get confused about what kind of jobs does the Air Force have to offer, or military in general. And I like to summarize it like basically anything that you can think of on the outside, like firefighter, police officer, pilots, nurses, things like that. We basically have all of those jobs in the Air Force. We have almost 150 different jobs that you can qualify for in the Air Force. So you have a lot of options. And basically, when you go through the Air Force training and learn how to do your job, it comes back to that Community College of the Air Force, and when you're trained to do your job, you're actually earning college credits and you're working your way towards that associate's degree. So each job that you have, you can actually get more associate's degree, get more college, and so on and so forth. So it's an excellent benefit to take away, and definitely something added on to your resume. And finally, I like the fun one, traveling the world. I got to do a lot of this. I was an aircraft mechanic before this, and I had a lot of fun. Basically, before the Air Force, yeah, the furthest I had been away was actually Mexico. We drove there for like 5 minutes and turned right back around. My mom couldn't read the stop signs, and we were nervous. So, yeah, I didn't get to travel much beforehand, but once I joined the Air Force, I've been pretty much everywhere. You point at a map, I've probably been there. I've been to Hawaii multiple times, Germany, Spain, Italy, the Azores Islands, Papua New Guinea, like lots of different places. And I definitely wouldn't have had the opportunity if it weren't for the Air Force. So it's a pretty big benefit, and something to take away from. Not a lot of people will actually get that opportunity. So a lot of that can lead to bigger and greater things, and all at the same time you're getting your college paid for. So something to think about. And in closing, I want to just kind of summarize what we talked about. Talk about the Air Force can pay for your college through a tuition assistance program and commissioning programs, things like that. Talk about how you can learn a job, over 150 different jobs to qualify for, and they're all college accredited. And 3, how to travel the world. So, long story short, if you want to be the next Chuck Norris, just join the Air Force.